I like my name, Mira. It is short yet beautiful. It was my mom's idea. Mom has always been creative. She is an art teacher. But, Dad, on the other hand, it's the opposite of Mom. He had worked all his life as a lawyer. They still try their best to understand each other's world. We all live together in one of the most beautiful cities, Pristina. Pristina has my heart and soul. The city makes me feel less lonely because I have all my friends here. Unfortunately, I don't have a sister, but I have two bigger brothers. My brothers are married, and they all live in their own houses with their wives. But, when we were younger, they made my life miserable. You know how brothers are and how they try to be protective over their sisters. I was never allowed to do anything that I wanted. I had a curfew, and it wasn't ruled by Mom and Dad. It was by my brothers. I was not allowed to wear shorts or anything that my brothers might have found provocative, but now I am almost 18-year-old. I am a grown woman who can do whatever I want. I have just started my last year of high school here in Sami Frasheri. I am almost done. Everyone says that the years of high school are the best years of your life. I can't say that it's true. I had a good time, sure, but it was nothing special. I am not going to miss anything from it, except my two very best friends. I will not let them run away from me. We will do our best to stay friends even after school is over. Just when I thought that I was glad that school was over, my eye caught something. A boy. A boy that goes to my school, but I had never seen him before. We met in a very weird, strange place. It was a very typical school day. I was in my class. My history teacher was telling us about a king from million years ago. Like I was interested. My mind was somewhere else. Should I nap when I get home? What should I eat? I was so bored I could easily fall asleep on my desk. I was looking out of the window, wishing I was outside. It was a beautiful, sunny day. I was looking at my phone every minute, but the clock didn't seem to move at all. I had enough. I just needed to get outside of the class, even if it was for a minute. Can I go to the bathroom, quick? I said. I went outside of the class, walking slowly so the time could go faster. I tried to go to the girls' bathroom, but the door couldn't open. I tried, and tried, but nothing. No one was there to help me, it was so quiet. But, since nobody was there, I could go in the boys' bathroom, even though I am pretty sure it is even more disgusting there. But, it'd be quick. That's what I thought. I went there and opened one of the doors. It was a boy, and he was smoking a cigarette. He got scared when he saw me, he thought that I was someone else. How awkward, I told him what happened and why I was there. He said that he was bored too and handed me a cigarette. I don't even smoke, but I took it since I got nothing better to do. His name was Roni. I don't know if that's his full name, but that's what he said. He was so tall and had curly black hair. His smile was contagious. Weird how we hadn't seen each other before, after all those years. But, I'm glad that we met that day. I could tell that we had so much in common. That day I went home thinking and hoping that he would text me. But, I didn't know that when I'd arrive home, my life would change forever. Mom and Dad were there, waiting for me. Mom was cooking dinner, we had spaghetti that day. My favorite. Dad was already sitting at the dining table, and he was just giggling looking at me weirdly. I was too tired and hungry. I didn't give him too much attention. We all sat there and were ready to eat. They couldn't stop staring at me, so I asked what was going on. They had some news. They said they know someone whose son is looking to get into a relationship. Mom says that they are a very good family and a wealthy one. They come from Germany. Apparently, this boy had looked at my pics and liked me. But I didn't want a relationship, to get married or anything. I was too young, plus I had a new crush now. I couldn't tell them that I met someone that I might like today. I wanted to see how he at least looked, but Mom didn't have any pics. I kept saying no to Mom and Dad, but they said they had already arranged it, and it would be wrong if I didn't at least go on a date with that guy. Mom said that I should give him a chance. She said that the boy will come for the winter vacation in Kosovo in 2 weeks and will be accepting to see me. I said yes, thinking that Mom would forget all about this in 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks, I would always see Roni at school, and we would always share a smile and eye contact. One day, he asked me to eat lunch with him. It was just the two of us. His eyes were telling me stuff that his mouth didn't. I could see it in his eyes that he liked me. All of my friends were saying that he was into me. But, he would never text me, and he still hadn't followed me on my socials. Plus, now we will be some weeks off from school, and I will not be able to see him at all. How will I get in touch with him? I can't be the first one to text. I had almost forgotten about that boy from Germany that Mom had told me until she said that the boy had asked to meet one day. I didn't want to go at all, but since Mom insisted, I decided to go. I was getting ready in my room, thinking about what is Roni doing at that moment. I was not used to this, boys not texting to me immediately. He was different. I was deep in my thoughts when Mom's voice took me back in reality and told me that the boy had come to pick me up. I went out of my room, not showing any emotions. She said, "Cheer up." I went outside, and there was a very expensive car. I went in, and the boy was there. He was a little bit chubby and had blonde hair. He had put on so much perfume I could barely stand. He was shy. I was shy too. I didn't even know his name. It was awkward at first, but little by little, we started talking. His name was Trim, and he was 3 years older than me. I noticed that he had a weird accent because he doesn't come as often in Kosovo. We decided to go to a place in the middle of the city called Verendijmer. It was the middle of the winter, and it was so cold. But, there, you can order warm drinks. I ordered a warm wine. This way, I didn't feel as cold. We were standing and just talking around, but I couldn't stop but stare at his outfit. He had worn tight white jeans with some white sneakers. Who wears that in the middle of winter? My weather app was telling me that it was going to snow anytime. His fingers were full of rings, and he had a thick gold necklace on his neck. But I don't care about his outfit, I don't want to judge him. I mean, everyone has their own style and preferences. But then I noticed something even stranger. He had plucked his eyebrows. His eyebrows were more beautiful than mine. His skin was glowing. Man, he was even prettier than me. I was jealous. He was a great guy, but he wasn't my type. I want a man that looks like a man. Alright, it's cool if you take care of yourself, but you should know when enough is enough. The date was over, and as long as I went home, he texted me. But, I didn't want to talk with him. How do I tell him this? My mom and dad were dying to see how the date went, but I told them that I didn't like him. But Trim's mom had called Mom and told her that we were called for dinner at their house the next day. Our families are just making things even more complicated. I decided to go for dinner, but they didn't know that I was always thinking of someone else, Roni. I had been stalking his profile for days now. But he doesn't post so much. I was happy that school was going to start in 2 days, this way, I'd see him more often. I was never excited about school, but now I had a reason. We went to dinner, and Trimi's mother was always hugging and kissing me, calling me my daughter. Why was she calling me her daughter? I didn't want that. They even bought me a gift. I felt like I had just gotten married, and when we went home, I told Mom and Dad that I didn't want that. I said that I just needed some more time to think. But, in reality, I didn't need time to think. I had made my mind up. I didn't like that boy. I was just waiting to go back to school, see Roni, and see if he would finally make his first move. Winter vacation was finally over, and I was happy to be back in school. I woke up early and got ready. I went to school and was searching for his face in the crowd. I didn't see him all day. Then, on my lunch break, I opened my fake Instagram account to see where Roni was. He had posted a story. How exciting! I was full of curiosity, and I clicked on it within seconds. But I wish that I didn't click on it at all. He had posted a selfie, but not just any selfie. He had posted with a girl. I knew that girl. She goes to the same school as us. She was the hottest girl, and I was so jealous. Why did he post with her? Were they dating? Were they friends? I had so many questions. Then suddenly I saw Roni walking with that girl. They were holding hands and enjoying each other's company. He didn't even look at me. My heart was racing so fast, and my legs were so weak. I felt like I had lost everything. I was spending my days ignoring Trimi's endless texts and, on the other hand, stalking Roni and seeing if he still was with that girl. I'd check his following every day. He had become my obsession, and I felt like I was going insane. Does it make me a bad person if I pray that my crush breaks up with his girlfriend? Why do we only want the ones that don't want us? Look at Trimi, and how crazy he was about me. But he is not what I want, and it has been days since I didn't even reply to him. My eyes were for Roni only. I'd forget about him too, but I always catch him staring at me at school. But I feel like I am wasting time. High school is over within weeks, and I will probably never see his face again. Will he ever break up with his girlfriend? I don't know. At this point, I have left all of my fate into